Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Marlon. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour, full playthrough, tier list ranking, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And this is for a 2007 film called Drive-Thru, which this is one of those films that I've seen this cover and I've heard of it, the name a long time ago, like a while back. And I don't know if this was at the video store I worked at, but I just never bothered to rent it because I'm like, fuck it, or something else. But I do remember this. Maybe like I would go to certain stores and this would be guy there to buy, but fuck yeah, I'm not. Looks like shit. It kind of is shit, but it's a 2000 slasher film, so it has that tone to it where it's trying to be witty, like Scream. I know we did last summer, like whether you think they're witty or not, they're trying to be. So it's trying to have that, and it's trying to be comedic as well as horror. The kills mostly, like, I mean, there's some gory bits. Some of them are aftermath or off screen. There's a couple gory bits. The killer is a person in a clown suit because it's supposed to be the mascot of this burger joint called Hella Burger. And like the look of the killer, I don't mind. He has a clown mask, and then the mouth is like a speaker, like you would at a drive-thru. And sometimes it's hard to understand what the hell he's saying. But he's definitely a killer that has a lot of puns. I will admit, some of them were so like silly that I did chuckle. And I would say the killer was one of the more fun parts of the movie. Trying to outpun Freddy Krueger, so some of that was fun. He has his giant meat cleaver, so there was some fun to be had there. When the killer was on screen, there was entertainment to be had. When he wasn't on screen, that's where the movie kind of falters because the characters suck. I think the main girl who plays, the character's name's Mackenzie. I think she was in that movie The Roommate, which wasn't that great of a movie. Her boyfriend, I think he was the guy who starred in Final Destination 5. The only other person I recognize is one of the cops is the guy in the TV show According to Jim. So not Belushi, but the other guy, like bigger, fatter guy. He plays a cop and again trying very hard to be funny. There's a manager at a burger joint, and I recognize the guy. He's the guy who starred in that documentary, Super Size Me. Well, I'm sorry, documentary, because the guy's passed away, but that documentary was full of shit. It was full of shit. Because all the stuff he said was a lie. You eat this every day, and blah, 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 you got sick. Great, eating McDonald's every day is not good. I love McDonald's. Especially the French fries. I did French fries, chicken nuggets, and maybe like the crispy chicken, plain. Like those are really good. But even I mean I don't eat it every fucking day. No one does. But most of his health problems was not because of that. It was because of other shit like alcoholism that he was doing. Drinking all the fucking beer and vodka and shit didn't help your body. Then also apparently there was like he was sexual misconduct he was involved with when Super Size Me 2 was coming out. Plus I was pissed at him because he took away the super size, which I liked at McDonald's because I could get more fucking French fries, which McDonald's French fries are like my kryptonite. If I had them here, I would eat them all the time, and I would die with a French fry in my mouth. Because I love it. I love McDonald's French fries. They're perhaps my favorite food. In fact, one of the reasons I go to McDonald's is to get those French fries, and I order, like I'll order more French fries than food. I know that's good for me, but that's why I do like once a month or twice a month. Just that's always when I get McDonald's. It's probably maybe twice a month. Just I know if I did more, I fucking die. But I get a bunch of French fries. So we're really talking about McDonald's French fries in this fucking movie. But what the fuck was that? Oh, the super. He plays a manager. He's in it for like 5 minutes, and he was full of shit. What was another guy? Was there another guy? Oh, Sean Whalen, Roach from The People Under the Stairs. He's in it in one scene as a janitor. You never really see him again. There might have been. I think that's it for people I recognize in the movie. But the characters aren't much. I mean, they're douchey teens. The opening, you have these guys that you'll probably get a laugh out of because they're white guys trying to talk black. I'm not going to repeat the fucking dialogue they say, but like one white guy has cornrows, and they go up to a drive-thru, and no, we don't want no motherfucking cheese dicks. Because the drive-thru thing says you want any cheese sticks. No, we don't want no motherfucking cheesy dicks. And then the drive-thru answers, well, can I fuck your whore? What'd you say, fool? I'm gonna put a cap in his ass. Fuck this fucking fuck, mother. I'm gonna put a cap in your fucking ass, hombre. Homeboy bitch. So one guy's gonna go in to shoot the guy. And when he goes in, he's so fucking stupid, he doesn't realize, okay, you broke into this fast food that supposedly is open to take your fucking order. The lights are not on. There's nobody around. I mean, even if it's fucking... You would have at least 2 or 3 or 4 people there working late at night. It wouldn't just be no one there, but supposedly there's one guy. And the lights are off. You're not thinking something is amiss? Something's wrong here? I got that, fool. I'm gonna fuck you the bed. That. So when the other guy goes in, he finds his buddy dead, and then there's some decent gore. He picks the guy up who was in some deep fryer, and then the face falls off. And again, the killer, there's some goofy fun to be had, because like one line he says is, "This employee of the month is about to fuck you up." And there's another where he's like, "Sorry, homie, they ain't gonna cut it." So it's puns like that, and I mean, if you're into that stuff, you get some fun out of that. But when they're not on, when he's not on screen, it's kind of interesting that his voice is like a speaker, but just like the actual speaker, sometimes it's hard to understand. Like I said, the teen characters. I mean, there's your lead girl, who's, I think her name's Mackenzie. There's, like I said, the boyfriend who's in Found at Session 5, who keeps wanting to fuck her even though she's not legal yet. And he even says a line. What the fuck does he say? Well, will I finally get to tap that barely legal ass? I'm like, I don't know. Here's Chris Hansen. Come on in. So I'm like, why am I supposed to care about a guy that wants to fuck an underage girl? Or, oh, please, come on. I want to tap that barely legal ass. Okay, well, fine. Go to jail, you pedo. Why am I supposed to give a shit about these characters? Fuck them. And, like, the lead girl is, like, the singer of a band, but then that never comes into play later. It's just random in one fucking scene, but it never comes into play later, her being the singer of this band. Lip-syncing badly to it. Her boyfriend, these buddies get a Ouija board, and they're like, oh, we could we could dial up Charles Manson with this shit? I'm like, well, usually you dial up dead people. Charles Manson, I believe, was still alive at this point, but sure. And sometimes they say lines in dialogue, but they get political. So, like, this party's over, and it's like, oh, the 5-0's here. Nah, this shit's as dead as Nixon. I never heard a single fucking person say the shit is dead as Nixon. You mean like Richard Nixon? Okay, that's random. I'm surprised you even know who Nixon is. Or, if you're 20 and not a liberal, you got no heart. Like, what the fuck is this coming from? Larry Joe Campbell, that's the cop I'm thinking of. There's a female cop who kind of knows what she's doing, and then there's the male fat cop who's from that TV show According to Jim. And I don't, you know he's an asshole because he fucks up an AC/DC song. They're like, yeah, we found their car, the people at the beginning who died. And they had this song Highway to Hell playing. And this guy says the wrong band. It's like, no, sir, it's AC/DC. Oh, let me tell you something. And the female cop's like, no, it's AC/DC. You don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, if you don't know what the fuck AC/DC is, and you did AC/DC wrong, as a song wrong, you fucked up. And so, obviously this cop's a dumb fuck and an asshole. We're not supposed to like him. He fucked up AC/DC. And you're kind of just waiting for the killer to show up. And then sometimes when the killer shows up and it chases the lead girl, it plays this death metal music. It's like, oh yeah, and I'm not going to try to do it full tilt because it'll burn up my voice. And the kills at times are pretty ridiculous. Like, one of her friends is in the middle of a gym with a fucking microwave on her and chains and turned on. And there's an up-close shot where it's pretty shitty practical effect where it's like supposed to be her face and like blood comes out of the eye holes and maybe like the mouth and then fills everything up like that. So her head doesn't really explode. It's just you see the blood come out of the fake, obviously fake face. So it's kind of funny to see for how bad it was. There's like a haunted house type of ride where two people and one gets killed, and you see kind of his teeth is here and his the rest of his face like all the way here. Kind of a gory aftermath. But then when the girl gets killed, you can't see because of epilepsy. There's one guy later on who gets cut in half, but it's done in CGI, where it's supposed to be where he doesn't notice anything at first and the top half falls. Now the aftermath, you have some blood and guts, but the actual top half falling, some pretty iffy CG. But I said the killer is actually one of the more fun aspects to me. Each time the killer was on screen, I kind of smirked and chuckled. Because I didn't mind his costume, I didn't mind his mask, I didn't mind the idea that he had this, which could disguise a voice if you wanted to. And just the puns he kept showcasing, or not even just puns, just, this is some of the dialogue. You know you want my horn dog in your hot buns. Fast food kills, fucker. That's the way he says it. Hey, fast food kills, fucker. Or there's these two like stone guys fucking around in a fast food ball pit, and they're messing with this sign with like a drive-through thing, like a speaker on it, and the person answers, "As soon as your mama tastes my dick out of her mouth, bitch." Or during that scene, he kills one by throwing a meat cleaver in the guy's face, and he kills the other. And when he kills the other, he does a reference to The Shining. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash you right the fuck in. Which is from The Shining. Then he ends with, All work and no play make Horny, because that was the mascot, Horny the clown. All work and no play make Horny a dull boy. So, then there I see a Shiny reference, but there you go. Or he'll grab a guy and go, "You eyeballing me, boy?" And it makes the guy's eyeballs bloodshot before the killer throws him out the window. So that's what I mean. That's the kind of humor and that's the kind of dialogue that the killer says. Even was how some other people talk. Like the couple before they get on the haunted ride, they meet with these two others and they're having this banter back and forth where the guy's like, "How you lap my full foot up your ass?" "Well, I'm sure you meant to say dick." Like, what the fuck? Like, it's like the dialogue is trying a bit too hard to try to be clever or however you want to put it and word it. And I don't know how I feel about it. So sometimes the killer, some of the stuff he says is funny because of how silly or stupid it sounds. And then when the killer's not on the screen, it's the lead getting like these supernatural occurrences. Like she's being told kind of who the next victim is. So like during that Ouija board, the other friends leave, but then her and the boyfriend, it moves and it shows a license plate. It spells out a license plate, which is the license plate of the people that died at the beginning of the film. Like the two guys trying to act black, but they're white. Or she wakes up and she finds an Etch-a-Sketch, and it's sketched out the front of a t-shirt of the girl that died the other night or so. Because spoilers, you find out that the mom knew something, so the daughter keeps trying to get some information, and finally finds out that her mom and other people played a prank on this kid back in the day on his like 18th birthday, where he played the mascot at this burger joint. They knocked him out or something. The birthday candle fell. It burned up the place. And then he died. So now he's coming back for the children. So I'm like, Freddy Krueger, kind of? Because, yeah, I mean, the parents killed him. In this case, accidentally. Now he's coming back for, "You all my children now." So now, like, the backdrop is trying to be a little bit like Freddy Krueger, a little bit Nightmare on Elm Street style. But he doesn't just kill the people who were the children of the people he's pissed at. He'll kill other people, too. So it's like, well, then fucking pick and choose. Either you don't go after just the kids and make that your mythology, or just be like, I'm pissed off and I'm going to kill everybody. Just fuck all of you. I'll kill anybody in my path. Spoiler, at the end, he kills this cop that obviously was not one of the kids of the people that did the deed on him. So if he's just willing to kill anybody, then why the fuck do you even need this goddamn backstory? It's not even that interesting or original of a backstory either. Or if you want to do the backstory, just have him kill anybody then. Doesn't matter if it's the fucking... or whatever. It's because we gotta find a way, a connection with the victim, so the daughter tries to piece something together and asks her mom about it and all that jazz. Like I said, there are moments of fun to be had when you see the guy from Super Size Me as the motel manager, and then the two dickheads fucking around the ball pit, and the way the killer interacts with them, kills them, references The Shining. That's kind of a fun, goofy, silly scene onto itself. And then the killer, the way he acts, the way he looks, there's some fun to be had there. It's just like the rest of the story isn't much, and the backdrop of the killer isn't much, and stuff you've seen many times before. The kills are inconsistent. Some of them are off screen. Some when they're on screen, some of them are not the best makeup effects, or they're decent makeup effects, or you add in like some crappy CG, like when the guy's cut in half. The the teen characters are not really that interesting or well acted or likable, so you don't give a shit about anybody. At least I didn't. Maybe you would, but I didn't give a shit who lived or died. I didn't care about any of these characters. I had no reason to. The ending is the teen and her boyfriend try to look for the killer. The boyfriend, he's the one that, you eyeballing me, boy? Eyes become bloodshot and gets thrown out the window. She gets tied up. I kind of like the ending to Happy Birthday to me, where it's like her in a chair, a birthday cake, and then the other people are tied up. Dead victims are tied up there. Or at least the victims pertaining to his plan. The mom arrives, tries to help out, while the killer's fighting her. The lead takes a little alcohol, so when he comes back and has a candle, she spits. Really bad effect when the fire, or whatever, CG, what the fuck actually they did, shoots onto him. But then it cuts to a person on fire, so it does cut to a practical stuntman, a stuntman with a practical fire effect, which I give credit to people, because I don't know if you could pay me anything to light me on fucking fire, even if you put all that shit on for safety. I'm like, he still set me on fire. I don't know if any, well, I mean, if you're professionals, you pay me like $1 million tax free, okay, I'll do it. Maybe even okay, if you pay me $100,000 tax free, then maybe I'd do it. If with safety precautions, maybe, I mean, you pay me a shitload of money. So the people who do this stuff, I give credit to. But before that, it looked awkward. So the mom and daughter are alive. They find out that the teen girl's boyfriend is at the hospital. They go there, but he escaped. Because now I guess possession is a thing. Because I guess I can't want to say Homie the Clown. Homie, don't play that. Horny. I guess he possesses people now? And possessed that guy? I guess. And now he is the killer. And he kills that fat cop from recording the gym. For a sequel that was never made. So there you go. I read up that there was like 2 directors, and I think one of them just went back to writing novels because he realized writing movies weren't really his thing. I don't know what these guys did after this. I mean, I could try to look it up. I don't know if I find much information. But yeah, the film itself, you may get some fun from the killer like I did, but the rest of it, not so much. Shane Kuhn and Brendan Cowles, they wrote and directed the film. And yeah, this wasn't much. I don't know if they even did anything else afterward. Probably not. I'm just curious. One wrote SEAL Team 8 Behind Enemy Lines. Dead in Tombstone. The Scorpion Team 3. Scorpion Team 3, wow. Shane Kuhn. Yeah, I guess he helped this guy write Scorpion Team 3, Dead in Tombstone, and SEAL Team 8. So, okay, they wrote more. They just didn't. They didn't direct more. They wrote a couple more movies. That seem all like dog shit. Well, there you go. Congrats, you got Scorpion Team 3 to write. It's more than you. Well, yeah, it is more than me. I'm fine with that. This movie's probably better than Scorpion Team 3. So if you need to see slasher films, but it's not the charm of the 80s, or even some of the fun of the 90s that trying to be like Scream more so than... This is that 2000s era, and the way the characters act and the way they talk, that could be kind of aggravating. Like, it's funny that each time the killer pops up, or most time the killer pops up, they're like, "Hey, yeah, man, we're gonna do death metal, but yeah." I would say this, probably look on YouTube. You will find some clips of the killer and some of his stuff. There's some fun to be had there. I don't know if you need to see the whole movie for that, but I mean, it's not the worst slasher film I've seen. I don't think it was that good, but it got a couple chuckles out of me. It's funny they did a sequel bait ending because there ain't no damn thing. I kind of wish more of the movie was at the drive-through window of the like fast food place, or maybe like the killer just concentrate on drive-throughs of various different. I mean, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like, okay, is it just going to take place at the drive-through, where maybe one night it starts killing people who work at this fast food? That's what I honestly thought it was going to be at first, like Intruder. Throughout the night, this killer keeps killing people one by one who's overnight stocking this store. Okay, maybe it's like one drive-through one night where, maybe it kills a customer who got drive-through. It killed a customer who went in. Someone worked at the drive-through. I'm gonna go on my break. Kills them. What the fuck happened? Calls someone in. Maybe they did kill. Try to go. I thought it was gonna be about that, but instead, it is within the plot. I already explained it, but you know, I don't know. I kind of would rather prefer that storytelling than what we got here. But yeah, I think just more likable characters, more consistent with the kills, maybe a little bit more clear with the mythology. Because would he possess someone at the end? I'm like, okay, I guess that's a thing. But I will admit the killer was kind of fun. The kill was kind of fun with his dialogue. There you go. So at least there's some enjoyment. Take that for what you will. So I guess if you need your killer clown fix, here's a way to go. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye for now.